The Maple Leafs' biggest booster was speaking on their behalf today, and that would be Brad Marchand, who was asked about the Leafs and the way they've played and where they're going. And here's how Brad responded to that earlier today.
I mean, what are we, 25 games in? If you think that your playoff dreams are done, 25 games in, you got bigger problems. I know they don't think that in the room. It's just obviously with the media attention and the fan support that they have in Toronto, things get blown way out of proportion up there. But yeah, they definitely don't think that in the room. What are they, 4 points out of a playoff spot? Or if people are thinking they're out of a playoff spot for the season, they got to find a new job.
Yeah, okay, we got to find a new job, pal. Matthew Caws said it best. Out of the 25 or whatever games they played, maybe 2 have been good. So I think we know what we're talking about, Brad. And if people can't see through this, what he does every time, he comes up with these nonsense comments where it's like, oh, yeah, these guys have a real big belief in there in the playoffs and whatever. And sure enough, his team rinses them every time. he does the same crap every single time. And for anyone to take that serious, what he just said there, they're the ones that need a new job for taking his comments seriously. Because it's just a joke every time. You think he means that? He doesn't. He thinks they're the biggest bunch of losers of life. That's what he thinks.
Oh, he does this perfectly. This is what he does. And it's fair. Listen, however we think about it, that's what he does. Brad Marchand, think about it. It was, I believe, 2-2 in the series or whatever, and then he started talking in the playoffs last year. That wasn't game 1 he started doing that. He started doing that when Florida got down 2-0.
He scored the OT winner in game 3.
And then, he started talking more and more as the series went on and started being a narrative.
Him and Matthew Tkachuk, they were going up to Will. You're so soft. You're so just crushing those guys.
Well, yeah, this guy is something else, man. I appreciate how great of a character he is. And the truth is we're going to miss him when he retires. Now, maybe he retires in 5 or 6 years. But, listen, the message itself might be the right message. Probably is the right message. Wrong messenger, but right message. 25 games in, you better still believe, right? The Leafs in the regular season have always had confidence. They've been in the playoffs 9 straight years. Right message, wrong messenger. What's amazing about this is it exposes the reality of every Leaf fan. The Leaf fans, there are 3 wars that they have throughout their lifetime. And there's multiple battles within these wars. But the first one is with the team itself, right? Like Leaf fans are, because it's 60 years without a cup, two rounds won in 20 years, players, coaches, management, ownership, all these different battles. But that's a kind of a war, psychological war that Leaf fans are constantly having. They're also having it with the media, which is what he's played beautifully, because there's a lot of Leaf fans that just think the reason they never win is because of the media. And Brad knows that. Like Brad Marchand grew up in Halifax and has lived in Boston and Florida his adult life. He's not from Toronto. He hasn't played from the team. He has no idea what's going on here.
He's just seen the regular season, the playoff media. He just knows the game.
Playing it like a fiddle, playing it beautifully. And he knows that it lands. He knows that it works. He knows that there are a lot of Leaf fans that believe the reason they never win is because of the media, or the media is too harsh, or what have you.
Right.
And the third war that Leaf fans have, and this is where it's really going to be exposed here, and I'm already noticing it online, is Leaf fan versus Leaf fan. It's probably the craziest battle there is. The eternal optimist versus the eternal pessimist, right? They've been battling my whole life. I'm born and raised here. I've been going to Leaf games my whole life. I've seen it all. I've come across it all. It's a massive fan base. Every psychology is represented here. Right. And there are battles, and especially like an old school versus new school. You look like a 60-year-old grizzled guy who went to the Gardens when the Leafs were brutal in the 80s, looking at an 18-year-old kid with a Marner jersey on. He hates that kid. Hates him. Looks at that kid and just goes, yet they're both fans of the same team.
Yeah. He just wants to blow his cigarette and brown liquor breath right in his face.
And be curmudgeon about, you think this is bad. I saw them trade Tom Kerr for Tom Herbert.
Yeah.
They traded Russ Courtnell when I was and just blow smoke right in that kid's face. That's what he wants to do.
Smoke and brown liquor breath.
Yes. And what Marchand is doing here is what's crazy. This is the biggest villain in modern Leaf history. Maybe the biggest in the history of the team. He's 5-0
punted him out of the playoffs 5 times.
He's opposite Georging it, though. That's what he's doing.
5-0 in Game 7s against the Leafs. He has licked Leaf players. He has submarined them. He's injured them. He's laughed on his way off the ice. And there are Leaf fans saying, God, I love Brad Marchand. Thank you for speaking up and saying what I need someone to say for me. Like, there are Leaf fans. That's Stockholm Syndrome 101. Brad Marchand has Leaf fans saying, thank you for finally saying it's only 25 games. Thank you for saying that they believe and that they're still going to the playoffs. That's how crazy it is. That's how wild this fan base is, that not all of them, I would think a majority would look at this and see through it and say, I can't take this. That's Brad Marchand. I can't listen to this guy talk about the Leafs. Him? I can't do it. But there's a percentage that he is speaking the God's truth, right? He's speaking, he is the voice box of their mentality. And that's how crazy it is here, that the biggest villain can say this. And Leaf fans, there's some of them that are like, I totally agree. He's right. The media stinks. Leaf fans are too crazy. Why isn't Brad the captain of the Leafs?
And meanwhile, they've played 3 or 4 quality hockey games out of 25. But the media is just a bunch of donkeys.
Media and the fans are too crazy. How dare you? But leave the Leafs alone, according to Brad Marchand. It's brilliant.
But what he's doing though, is playing it to a T, like the brown liquor.
Oh, just blowing smoke
right in the kid's face.
I saw them draft. Like, you could just go on and on.
But
crusty fan who sat in the grays at the Gardens, and he just can't stand that kid in the Marner jersey.
Like a white/yellow mustache.
Sorry, Noodles, continue.
No, I'm just saying it's exactly. He's playing it like a fiddle. Like, he's
brilliant.
He knows exactly what he's doing, but he doesn't mean it. That's the other thing. Like, why do you care? Like, why do you care to stand up for the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Disingenuous comments.
It's just that's the thing. But what he's doing is, hey, I've inserted myself into the conversation again, like, which is great. Like, I love it. But if Leaf fans believe that he's being genuine,
like rooting for the Leafs, rooting for them. Great guys.
Like, he hopes something positive happens for them. Like, it's just he wants to spank them 4-1 when he has 2 goals and they just show up with just a heartless effort.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be giving it to them all night on the ice.
And then afterwards say, I thought they played well. We were lucky to win tonight. Like, those guys really got something going.
They know if they keep playing like that, there's wins around the corner. Okay, guy. Okay.
Oh, man. I hope he's on the Olympic team because I want to be able to root for the guy. Like, I have such an appreciation for his whole career, how he handles things. He's such a great interview, and he's playing great. He's played himself into a position where I think he probably deserves to be on the team. You know, he's not a young guy anymore, and there's great competition. Like, it's ample competition for the Olympic team. But I want him over there speaking every day because you're not going to get anything out of McDavid or Sid or McCarr. You know, those guys will give you the cliche answers and be respectful and all that. He'll give you some juice, man, at the Olympic Games. Get Brad Marchand to Italy, please.